Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. I am doing good. Last 14 days I was doing home quarantine. In fact, today is my last day. I have still not gone out, so no outdoor videos, nothing. Did not waste these 14 days. I was doing some videos, reading, busy with my office work, watching some Netflix series, Amazon series, and so on. It went well. Third quarantine. I've got now my post graduation in quarantine, and I don't want to do a PhD in quarantine very soon. So I am not planning to travel anywhere very soon. In fact, I had to travel to Maldives, but I am delaying my trip. My colleagues are traveling from India, but I am not traveling very soon because I am fed up of quarantine. The current regulations today, they have published a new guideline which says that we need to go for a 14 days quarantine and get the test done before coming out. So I'm just trying to delay it. When I was going through the views and comments of my recent videos which I had posted related to my trip to Kerala and return quarantine experiences, lots of people have commented and there are a good number of views also. I have tried to answer to most of the questions, comments, but I see that people really want the information instantly. I get lots of same kinds of questions every time, and I have to write the same answer. I have done it as much as possible, but I request you guys to watch the videos because I shoot these videos. It's really big effort to shoot videos and post it, so please watch it. And once you watch the video, you may get most of the answers rather than asking question, just seeing the title of the video or looking into few comments. Now coming to the topic of this video, tourism post COVID. How would we travel? It's going to be really tough, very different from what we used to experience. I was a person who used to travel every 15 days, but now I am not traveling since March 8th, which was my last international trip. And I am not really thinking of traveling very soon, looking into the current situation. Unless it's very critical, I wouldn't want to travel because it's not safe and it's not so easy. It's going to be really trouble. Maldives has opened its borders for tourism 15th July. Some flights have come, some tourists have come, but still I don't feel that people are really ready to travel. Sri Lanka has decided to delay or postpone the opening of borders because the number of cases have gone up, and that's a good decision. But again, looking into the economy, looking into the business travel, everything is affected. And Maldives also, it's not really good. There are more number of cases. They have done their best to isolate the tourists from the public and try to implement really good measures for safe tourism. Let's see how things go. So as I told you, traveling is not going to be very easy. Most of us would be trying to avoid traveling. Reasons: the current situation, it's not easy to travel. Looking into the future of travel, many countries there would be lots of restrictions. The borders may not be open as early. Visa conditions may be different. You may have to quarantine once you reach there. You may have to go for a test. You may have to be isolated till the test results are coming. And the social distancing, wearing mask, things would be completely different. So it's not going to be very easy to travel. Some countries where the situation is not good, the numbers are going high, people may be very reluctant to travel. Some countries they may travel. Then coming to the business travel, most of the business travel would be avoidable because business, it's basically if you are able to meet online and discuss things and close the deals, then why do we have to travel? I am doing all my business meetings online. I am not traveling anywhere, but still I am getting all the deals done. So business travel would be very, very less. Most of the expos like the Arab Health, Medica, these kind of expos would be like not happening or happening virtually. People may be sitting at their home and doing all these expos, visiting stalls. Stalls would be set remotely. My stall would be here. Other person will have his stall in his office, and everything would be virtually connected. So lots of softwares and technology would be used to conduct virtual expos. Those are going to be the future. Group trip, or there are tour operators who like arrange trip to different destinations in a group. They charter a flight. So these kind of things may be not there for some more time because it's very difficult to get too many people to conduct a group trip. Students traveling to different countries for higher studies, that may be very less now, because most of the education classes are going to be conducted online. They can sit in their country, their home, and join any university in the world. So students traveling abroad for education would be less. Some education like medicine, where they have to be physically present, may have to travel. I am not very sure how things are going to happen. Even say for example, somebody studying hotel management, they have to personally work in a team, or they have lab or other kinds of things which they have to do physically. Those things to do online, don't know how things are going to happen. A religious trip, it's going to be very less, because most of the people traveling for religious trips would be aged people. That is going to come down. There are so many retired people who save their money to travel when they are old, or when they have time after their busy life. We would be very reluctant to travel, because many of the countries have not allowed senior citizens to travel when the international flights have been opened. Maldives is very popular for destination weddings, which I think is going to be delayed very soon. People will not want to do that, because nowadays weddings are happening like just online, or they are trying to have minimal number of people participating in the events. Things are changing like we never had even thought about. So these would be new normals. Things are going to change, and we need to adapt to that. So I am not very sure about how the travel industry would work, how people who want to travel would be able to travel. But we need to be positive and keep our hopes alive. Things would get better. Maybe it will take some time, but definitely it's not something going to be permanent. There would be some time where we would need to sort of getting refreshed, or getting putting a pause in our life. Because of this lockdown, lots of things have changed, especially the pollution. Delhi was one of the most polluted city in the world. The air was so bad. Now when you see the pollution numbers on the news, you will find that it's shown in green. Always it was in red. Most polluted cities around the world are like, the pollution has like completely gone. And I was seeing many pictures from far away. You could see mountains which were really invisible for many years. We see very less number of vehicles on the road. We see very few people traveling. We see people sitting at home and having their lunch. We see people visiting their friends very less. See, when we used to see somebody on the road, we would say hi, bye. We go near them, talk to them, give them a shake hand, and we talk about meeting for a dinner, or going out for a dinner, or going out for a drink, or inviting them for a dinner to your home. Now you don't even invite anybody to your home, right? That's something very big change in our life, our social life. And this is going to be there. Now we don't have friends coming to our house. We don't go out with people. We don't go out for dinner. I have not had food from outside for more than now 4 5 months. Now I've been eating homemade food, and that makes a very big difference. I will tell you that many people don't have to go to hospitals, because they are eating good food. They are eating from home. The number of road accidents have come down. The number of death due to road accidents are sort of negligible now, and people visiting hospitals have come down, because healthcare is a very big industry. A person going to meet a doctor, the doctor would definitely say, you do all these tests, you come after the results are ready. The numbers of visits have come down, and people are healthy. But some people who need continuous treatment, especially dialysis or treatment for disease like cancer or many other diseases, are facing really big trouble because of this situation. But I think we have to go through it and come out of it. That's the only solution. So I'm finishing my third quarantine. Tomorrow I am planning to go out, not for any trip. In fact, I was trying to go to some place inside this state, because I don't want to go to any other state or any other place and do some quarantine, stay there, or get stuck there. So I am looking for some place nearby which is really cut off from the crowd, and I can spend some time calm, provided I have got good internet connectivity and it's a safe place to stay. I don't want to stay in any crowded place. It's not that, see, definitely everybody would get infected one day. and if more than 50% or 60% people are infected, the herd immunity would be developed, and that is the only way we can come out of this, right? Anyway, we don't know how things are going to happen. So that's all for now. Share your thoughts on the current situation. Would love to hear from you guys. Bye. Take care.